everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So obviously today's setting looks a lot different than it normally does. That is because I am literally just doing a Q&A and I wanted to kind of mix it up. So I had a bunch of people ask me to do a Q&A and I was wondering, like, I don't know what you guys want me to answer. So I asked you all on my Instagram if there were questions that you had, and I also asked some people on YouTube that had commented. I was like, okay, well, what are your questions? So I have a whole list of questions that people were wondering the answers to. So that's literally what this video is going to be. If you don't care about all of that information about myself, this is not the video for you. But if you do, then let's get going. So basically, a lot of the things I was getting asked a lot is, how did I get started with makeup? So I've literally been obsessed with makeup since I was 4 years old. My aunt has always worked, well, my mom was one of the head people at Avon when I was like 1 to when I was probably like 6 or 7, maybe 8. And my aunt has always worked for Chanel, and then she worked for Sephora for a little, and now she's back at Chanel. So I literally was wearing Chanel lipstick at 4 years old. Like, I've always really been into makeup. I know it started getting, like, trendier. Like, everyone started getting into it, like, a year or so ago. Like, a lot of people started getting into it, but no, like, I've always, since I was born, basically, have been into makeup. I've always, when I was younger, asked my aunt to put lipstick and blush on me and all that stuff. So I've been here since the beginning. And people asked me how I got my collection of makeup. Part of me wants to do another vanity tour because I did it a couple months ago, and it's literally like what I have seems like it has doubled, which I'm literally have no room anymore, and it's getting frustrating, but I'm not going to stop buying makeup. So basically how I got the collection is, since I've been into makeup since a young age, I've just, you know, my aunt would give me stuff, my mom would give me stuff, I would steal my mom's Avon products, and literally, like, I've always just been collecting makeup. So obviously, like, lip glosses get gross, toss those out, but eyeshadow palettes and different, I don't know what else, like lipsticks, some of them. I don't know, I just collected them over the years, and there was one time where I just tossed a bunch of stuff out, but for the most part, I just have been collecting for a very long time. So it adds up as, you know, you buy it, and family members a couple years ago would just buy me makeup for Christmas, and now they just give me gift cards because there's so much shit. If I'm going to school or if I'm in school, I literally just graduated like 3 weeks ago from Penn State. So I now have my degree in communications, and then I start in like 2 weeks at a cosmetology school, and I will be going for esthetician. So I'm really excited to do this because I'm gonna like actually be certified, and that's really gonna help me, you know, get a lot more business with makeup jobs and all that stuff, because I already do freelance makeup, but this is kind of like the you're certified, and it kind of just helps you a lot. So I am going for that, and I'm very excited to do that. I don't know if I'm going to go work at a spa or if I would rather just keep doing makeup, but I would just rather, my dream is to just be a full-time makeup artist. Okay, so I think a good brush set for people who are on a budget, honestly, that's a very hard question. I can give you, well, I definitely think a Morphe brush set, but it depends on what you want. If you want an eye brush set, or if you want a face brush set. I have never tried it, but I know that BH Cosmetics has good brushes, and there's one other not low end, but low price point brand. I can't think of their name right now, but I would definitely go with Morphe. That's the best I can give you because that's like what almost all my brushes are Morphe. Okay, so my favorite makeup looks, anything with red eyeshadow. I literally was gonna do, this is plum, okay people, this is plum and red. But I was going to do different colors today. I don't know what it was. When I first like started doing like really colorful looks and things like that, I was literally doing every single color in the fucking rainbow. And then I did red one day and I was like, oh my god, this looks so good. And I think I like the red with the color of my eyes because I have brown eyes, and when the light hits it right, it's like light brown. So I don't know, it just gives me really earthy tones, and I really like that. So anything with red eyeshadow, and your girl loves a good nude lip. So my favorite brand, that is such a hard question to answer. Like, I literally have no idea because there's so many different items from every brand that I love. God, this is such a hard question, but I literally just love Chanel overall. Like I said, I've been wearing it since I was 4. I don't know. I can't think of a but then I love Anastasia. So hold on. Okay. Chanel and Anastasia. Those have to be my 2 favorites. Yeah. 2 favorites we're going with 2. My favorite beauty guru and favorite makeup artist. This is such a hard one for me because I would say if I were to hang out with any makeup artist or any beauty guru, it would be Jaclyn Hill. Because she just feels like my bitch. Like, we just vibe. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't know it, but, like, we vibe. I love Manny, though. I really love Manny. And I love Nikki Tutorials. But I think I would go with Jaclyn. Just because, like, I don't know. I see a lot of myself in her. When it comes to my favorite makeup artist, I would have to say, hands down, Mario. I don't know how to say his last name. D something. It's crazy last name. But Mario, hands down. If you don't know who Mario is, he is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. Has been doing looks with her since early 2000s. And I don't know. I just feel like he sets the bar for like trends. Like, I feel like he is very trendy, and if he does not create the trend, he gets with the trend when it first starts, like before it's trendy, and then like makes it a thing. But I also love Glamzilla, and she is someone I've been following for years now as well. I would say maybe maybe 5 years. 5 might be pushing it, but no, it might be 5. But I follow her on Instagram and Snapchat, and I just love her. I mean, she's a spectacular makeup artist, but I just love her personality. Okay, what inspired you to make a YouTube? Well, I deleted my first YouTube video because it was complete ass. Like, it was literally the worst thing I've ever seen. And my dad literally watched it and was like, when I started getting better at it, he's like, Delaney, you might want to delete that, because if that's the first video of yours that people see, they're not going to watch your videos. And it's so shitty, but I'm so glad he told me that, because, like, oh god, it was so bad. But what inspired me to just, like, have the leap of faith and do it, like, I had no light, I had no camera, I still don't have a camera, but I literally had nothing. I had no stand, and I didn't even have a vanity. Like, my dresser was on this wall. I actually think I was standing right here, like right in here. I grabbed a stool from our kitchen, brought it in here, sat there, propped my phone up on one of my makeup brush holders, and just did it. And it was so shitty. Half my face was cut off. I didn't use the front-facing camera. I used the back-facing camera, so it was literally, like, not in focus. My eyebrows were a fucking disaster. And I'm so glad I did it. Like, I don't know exactly what inspired me to do it. I guess I was just watching people, and I was like, I literally can do this. Like, I know all this. I know all this information that they're telling me. I can do it. So I just started doing it. And I think the one specific person that influenced me to do it was this guy that works at Ulta in Berks. And I was talking to him after school one day, and I was like, I really want to, because he made YouTube videos and he was telling me, and I was like, I really want to start. And he's like, just do it. Doesn't matter. Just go home and just do it. And I literally went home and did it. Okay, so my favorite foundation and palette. Now, this is going to be stupid. You guys are going to hate me for my answer. But my favorite palette is easily my Z palette with all my Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows in them. If I'm not choosing like a palette that I've created, then I would say Modern Renaissance, even though I don't use it a lot. But it's because it literally has all like the warm tones, the reds, the pinks, the oranges that I love. So if I had to live with one palette, that would be the palette, and also because it's Anastasia. And my favorite foundation, okay, Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick has to be my favorite foundation. I love the Lumi by L'Oreal. If we're looking at a lower end price point, that would be it. If we're looking at literally any foundation in the entire world, it would be the Makeup Forever HD Stick. My favorite part of doing my makeup, although I don't do it very often, I would say my eyes, because I feel like eyes literally like either make or break the look. Like if your eyeshadow is like not blended, or it just, the colors don't go well, it like, but your face looks fantastic, I'll like, I don't know, I'll just like look at it, and that's like the first thing I notice is people's eyeshadow. If your eyeshadow looks fantastic and blended to the gods, and you got a little bit of like patchiness going on with your foundation, I won't notice it because I'll just be looking at your eyes. So that, I think, is definitely my favorite part of doing makeup. So how long have you been doing makeup? Okay, so that's back to like the first one. I would say I literally started wearing makeup every day in 6th or 7th grade, maybe 5th grade. I tried to blur out all those years. I would say the first time I wore makeup to school was in 5th grade. And then I started wearing makeup every day to school in 7th grade. And for a while, because my mom is so tan and my dad is so fair, I did not realize that I had my dad's side of the family's complexion. So I literally would buy, until I realized that, I would buy my mom's shade. And my mom's shade is literally like 6 shades darker than mine, and I looked like a complete fool. I was the girl that, like, my face was so tan, and then this was my neck. That's why I try and block these years out, people. And then the question, if I am self-taught, yes, I am. I mean, other than, like, watching YouTube videos, getting tips from that, getting tips from, like, the girls at Sephora, just like, oh, hey, you know, you have dry skin, you might want to start doing this. I'm like, oh, okay. But literally no one, like, taught me how to do makeup, if that makes sense. Nobody sat me down and was like, okay, this is how you blend. This is how you apply contour. Like, this is how you do this and that. Like, I just, like, kind of taught myself. How do you decide what products to buy? Okay, so how I decide what products to buy is I've really been having trouble recently with buying makeup because I feel like I have so much, but I will buy what I feel like I don't have a ton of. So, like, I'm probably going to soon start buying more face powders because I only have like 3 face powders that I like really enjoy. So I want to like, I buy what I don't have a lot of, or when it comes to like eyeshadow palettes and things like along those lines, I just buy what I think is really unique and what's really cool. And I also am a sucker for limited edition things. So anything that's limited edition, that it's like you can only get this for a limited amount of time, I buy it. Okay, your favorite drugstore products. Okay, so I think my favorite drugstore products would probably be, like I said, the Lumi foundation, and then NYX glitters. Anything NYX. Their primer that I use, the gold primer, is amazing, and I use that on my clients. The glitter I just gave away in the giveaway. Love it. I really can't think. I use the color corrector all the time. I really can't think of anything from NYX that I've tried that I absolutely hate. So I would say that NYX would be like my go-to drugstore products. Right, cute ones. We have a couple ones about my boyfriend. How cute. This is not makeup related. So people ask, how did you engage meet? Okay, well, this is gonna sound super shitty. Not really. We went to school together. I thought he was in my grade because I would just go to school and just do schoolwork and leave. Like, I wasn't about, like, doing things relating to school or like meeting people. I just wanted to go home. So I would always see him in the hallway, but I thought he was in my grade, and when I met him, I was 18 and he was 16. Not proud. But it's fine. It's fine now. Literally a year and a half apart. That's it. And so we met obviously at school, but then he did cyber school, and like I said, I wasn't really involved with like meeting people. So technically the first time that I met him was when I was with my ex-boyfriend at our friend's house, and he like came by for a little bit, and that was the first time I like actually met him. And then if you want to like consider when did we first start talking, he slid into my DMs and told me that my Abby was fire. So that is how me and my boyfriend met, and it's so shitty, but it's so fine. And then another question about Gage and I is, how long have we been together? And we've been together for a little over 2.5 years, and it will be 3 years in May, so that's really cute. And what else? Okay, my skincare routine, this is going to be a long one, so I'm just going to give you the basics. I always take my makeup off with the Garnier I don't know how fuck to say it, micellar water, and then I use Skin Laundry moisturizing face wash. I just got some new, I use a toner then, and then I moisturize and put oils on and some eye cream. And I use the Grande Lash Serum, which has been helping my natural lashes grow so long. So if you want to actually like see my skincare routine, like leave that shit down below, like to let your girl know, because I can't go into that now. This is going to be a 30-minute video. And then the last question is, do you want to experiment with FX makeup? So I would love to start doing that. It's funny because the person that asked that was my best friend, Remy. Girl. She is the one that does like the FX makeup in the friendship, and I'm just like the full beat glam queen over here. But she's like insane with it, and I would love to learn, and I would love to learn from her how to do it. So I would love to start doing FX and like play around with like the silicone and like all that stuff, and cutting, like, you know, making all like your face is cut and bleeding and all that stuff. I feel like that'd be a really cool thing to learn, so I just have to, it's expensive, like to get into it is expensive, so I want to like do my research before I start buying stuff, you know. And that concludes my Q&A. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have other questions, you can leave them down below as well, or leave them on any of like the pictures on my Instagram or whatever, and I'll jot them down, and then we can do this again. I hope that you all enjoyed this and, you know, kind of got to know me a little bit better. Thank you all for asking me these questions, supporting me, subscribing to me, all of the above. I love you all, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.